to me, the creatures were always so secondary to what I fell in love with the screenplay. That for me, in many ways, as a mother of two girls, it sort of represented my deepest fear of not being able to protect your children, and what must that feel like. And it scared me to take on this role. We did approach it with great vulnerability, I think. You know, we'd just become parents of our second kid, and John was writing the screenplay when our little one was 4 months old. And that idea of how far you would go to protect your children was something that resonated really powerfully with us both. And also the idea of the father representing the person who just wanted to make sure this family survived, and the mother wanted to make sure that the family thrived also. So you get both halves, the feminine half and the masculine half, and how people deal with grief very differently, and how people deal with trauma and a heightened, dangerous environment very differently. So the dynamics between all the characters and the parents and their children was something that required great detail, actually, and intrigue, because there are no words. And so we just had to create a relationship with the children that felt very, very real. I mean, Millie and Noah are just extraordinary people. We thanked our lucky stars every night for those guys, because they're just so special, and you really see it in kids. You know, the kids who can really act, they can just really do it. The air shifts in the room when they do what they do. And they were so loving with each other, and Noah just like dove in head first to learning sign language, and was way better than John and I by the end of it. Was fully communicating with Millie back and forth, and it was absolute agony watching them say goodbye to each other when the process ended, because they just became siblings. We were thinking of doing a play together, because that was almost less exposure in some ways, and but we just hadn't found the right thing. And I think I felt more protected on this because he was at the helm of it, so he could control like what really is getting out there. And actually, I think because we are married, I think it was so beneficial to this movie and to this dynamic and this experience. And I felt so valued by him, and creatively. I've always felt valued as his wife and mother of his kids, but just so valued creatively. We were so, just so on the same page. What I love most about this movie is that it doesn't show all its cards. It leaves so much to interpretation. It's so smart and really ambitious. It's really ambitious. It's not derivative of anything else I've seen out there.